This was requested by a friend of mine. Her name is Sarah, and Sarah, I hope this helps you, girl. So yeah, I'm going to show you how to get this look. I didn't do anything else. No eyes, not yet. No brows, no. So if you want to see how to get your face slayed, baked, highlighted, contoured, please keep watching.
Alright guys, so I've already gone in and prepped my face with the Benefits Porefessional. I really love this primer because it really gets into those pores and makes them very small, and it just makes your face look airbrushed. And then I went in with the MakeupForever Ultra HD foundation, and I will link below, you know, the shades and everything. So just as you can see, without any contouring and highlighting, the face just looks very flat. So this is why we contour. We want those cheekbones to be defined and all that good stuff. So the bronzer that I've been loving to contour my face is this Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and it just looks like this. I haven't dipped into this one yet, so I just have been using the one that I got in my Faced little black book of bronzers, and I really like this because it was just, you get all of them kind of like a little sampler. So as you can see, I've hit pan on that, so that's why I went and bought the one that I haven't used yet. I'm going to try to use this one all up first. I really do love this color. It's more of like a dark tan. I know you're supposed to use like grayish. It's supposed to look like a shadow as your contour, but I really love the warm shades. I like to use the warmer shades, girl. So I'm just going to dig into there with my Real Techniques, it says foundation brush, but I like this brush because it's very thin, so I can go ahead and create sort of a line first where my cheekbones are. And if you're having trouble finding where the hollows of your cheekbones are, just suck in your face like I'm doing, like a little fish face, and you will be able to feel, you know, right underneath. So I'm just going to start by placing the product there. Gonna go and do the same thing on the other side as well. So I'm going to go in next with my other Real Techniques brush. I believe this is the buffing brush, and I'm just going to go ahead and take that same color. And I like to place this underneath my jawbone just to hide any of my double chin that I feel I may have or anything like that. It creates a shadow under there. So I do that first. And then I'm going to go ahead and take more of the bronzer shade, and I'm just going to go ahead and apply the contour shade above the line that I made with that first Real Techniques brush with the smaller one. So you just want to go pretty much right below the, you know, apples of your cheeks. You don't want to bring it up too much because we apply blush to the apples of our cheeks. So I just pretty much apply it to where the hollow of my cheek is, to where the apple of my cheek starts. And I blend. I can't even go on. I can't even tell you. If you guys want to see my old contour video, I'll link it below. It was terrible. So this is definitely how I do it now. I definitely blend my bronzer a lot better than I did last time. And then this is just the other side sped up, so you guys aren't sitting here for days. Next, I'm just going to go ahead and take my Coty Airspun Loose Face Powder, and thank you Patrick Starr for this tip because this is the most amazing setting / baking powder that I've ever used in my life. You can find this at Walmart, but since I don't have a Walmart that's too close to me, I'm picking my nose, that's fun. I ordered it off of Amazon, and it's really cheap. It's like $3 or $4. And then I just take one of these cosmetic wedges because of the defined tip. Dirty joke. Sounds dirty, right? And then I just go ahead and I apply this right below that line that I had made with the contour powder. So this is just going to go ahead and clean up everything. You'll see at the end when we brush this off, but you want to apply this and you let it sit, which that's what baking means, is you're just letting it bake for a little bit, leaving it in the oven for a while, not taking it off right away. Next, I'm going in with that black book of bronzers, and I just take the buffing brush, and I'm going to go in with a lighter shade. This technique that I'm doing right now on my temples is just to mask my forehead. Now, my forehead's not huge, but I like to make it just look a little bit smaller. So this is going to create shadow and dimension, and it's going to make have have your forehead appear smaller. So I just apply it to the temples, like I said, and then I go ahead and bring it up right on the edge of my hairline. Hello! I brought you guys in a little bit closer now. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I contour my nose. And I hate contouring my nose because I'm not the greatest at it, and I feel like it really doesn't do much. And in pictures, no matter how much I blend it, it just kind of looks overly done. But whatever. I'm not perfect at everything. Nobody is. So I'm going to go ahead and take my MAC Prep+Prime. And like I said, I'm going to list everything in the description box. And I apply this right in the middle of my eyebrows. Sorry that it kept going white. That's what my phone does when the lighting, if I'm going too fast. It's weird. It was frustrating me, but we worked through it. And then I very, very carefully, if you're contouring your nose, you want to create a very straight line down the bridge of your nose. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I also apply it right above my top lip and as well as in my chin. Because when you highlight, you want to make sure that you're hitting all areas that the sun would naturally hit. Contouring is where you would get a shadow. So you following me here? All right, good. All right, I'm going to go back in with the color that I used for the contouring of my forehead. It's just a little bit of a lighter color here. And I just like to start next to where my eyebrow starts there. And I bring it down. I do this very slowly and very carefully because if it gets all over the place, it's going to be a mess and it's just not going to look right at all. So as you can see, I'm going in a little darker today because I want you guys to be able to see it on camera. But I like to make my nose look a lot slimmer. I mean, the bridge of my nose isn't big by any means, but I do have a very rounded tip of my nose and I like to make that look a lot slimmer as well. So you're going to see I'm going to go under here to make the tip of my nose look higher. And then now with this beauty blender, I'm just going to go ahead and blend out my Prep+Prime on my forehead as well as my chin and top of my lip. I'm not going to blend out my lip and my chin yet. But I am going to go back in with my little bronzing brush and just sort of smooth out any harsh lines from where the concealer just was. So I'm going to go ahead with a stippling brush, and I'm taking some of the Coty Airspun powder, and I'm not baking my forehead, but I'm just going to go over it. This is just going to help to stop creasing or anything. I'm just going to go ahead over top of that now, just to make sure there's no harsh lines or anything on the forehead. So taking my ring finger, I'm just going to go ahead and blend out my concealer in the middle of my nose here. As you can see, it's going to make the bridge of my nose look very, very defined. And then I'm just going to go ahead and sort of blend in that contour on both sides of my nose. And I use this e.l.f. brush to sort of blend out those lines so that it doesn't look too harsh and too noticeable or too obvious that I contoured my nose. Now this next step is optional. I just go ahead and sort of draw like a little half of a C or half of an O on top of my nose, just to sort of give me that button nose effect. Naturally on the nose, there's always like a little shadow right there. So I'm trying to make it look as natural as possible. And then I'm going in with my e.l.f. highlighter here, and I'm just going to take some on my ring finger. And I'm just going to apply it to the highest point of my nose. This gives the effect that the tip of the nose is higher. Now we're going to go ahead and blend out the chin as well as the concealer on the top of my lip. Okay, so this is my favorite part because we're going to brighten up underneath our eyes. Now, usually I have my eyebrows and my eyeshadow already done at this point, but since I'm not doing like any type of look right now, I'm just going to go ahead and do it now. These are, can't speak. These are my two favorite highlighters. This one is the Naked Skin Concealer, but it's a little too light for me, but I'm not going to use this one today. We're going to use the MAC Prep+Prime that we used for our nose, and I'm going to just place it, come on. Here we go. All right, I'm going to place it beside my nose, making as straight of a line as possible and sort of like a triangle shape here. And I'm not going to worry about the other side right now because I don't want to give it any time to crease or anything like that. So I'm just going to work one side at a time here. Taking my damp beauty blender, I'm just going to go ahead and blend that all out. And when you're done doing this, you're going to notice you have like a chunk there where your bronzer is now lighter because of the concealer. So you can just go in with a brush and sort of blend that all in so that it doesn't, you don't have like a big chunk there missing of your bronzer. So this is my favorite under eye setting powder. It is the Nye Banana Powder, and I got this off of Amazon. And I'm just going to go ahead and take some of that on that sponge here and just place it under my eye. And if you compare, you can see the difference. The eye I just worked on looked a lot better, I'd say. So I've already done the right eye, and now I'm just going to show you guys this now. Now look at how much cleaner that looks underneath there. I'm just taking a stippling brush and brushing in the Coty Airspun powder. Like, look at how defined the cheekbone looks, and it helps to just clean up everything right there because you don't want the bronzer going any lower than that. So I love watching this actually because I'm like, yes, bitch, yes, clean that, slay that face, let's do this.